How likely is a Dark Souls 2 boss willing to play Zenless Zone Zero? A tier list that I'm making because I hate tier lists like this. I think they're content farming, and they're too easy. And I'm here to prove to you today exactly why that is. But to prove my point, let's do this today. How likely are they are they willing to play Zenless Zone Zero? So we have non-stop, would play for a week, might play a day, says they might, but they never do. They just learned about it, or they won't play. All right, let's start this video off. This is not gonna be too crazy. The King's Pet. That's a dog, so probably wouldn't play. Scholar of the First Sin. They play nonstop. Honestly, like considering all of that together, they're the first sin. Playing any Hoyo game is a sin. The Ancient Dragon. They probably just learned about it. They're a little bit of a boomer, so it doesn't surprise me. The Belfry Gargoyles. Okay, so on top of being racist, they would also say they might play it, but they never actually do. So, the Blue Smelter Demon. That guy's gonna play for a day. Gonna give it a good shot. Honestly, like he gives everything he tries the best shot that is possible. Burnt Ivory King. I've never heard of this guy before. He's I think this is the guy that I'm thinking of. If he is the guy that I'm thinking of, he is would play, definitely, 100%. The Covetous Demon. That guy's playing non-stop. Honestly, he's gonna give it his all at any corner, at any time of the day. That guy is a gotcha freak, if I'm being honest with you. The Dark Lurker. These are the Roblox equivalent. Like, I only know this thing from Roblox, if I'm gonna be honest with you. They'd play for a week, I think. Like, as a team, as a squad, they'd rotate. The Demon of Song says they might play the game, but they never do. This guy's a liar and a freak. Bad name for frogs everywhere, honestly. Oh, the Dragon Rider. Okay. This is actually interesting. I think the Dragon Rider wouldn't play because he has more important things to do. And honestly, it's not because he isn't interested. It's just he doesn't have the time. Like he's more responsible than you would think. Okay, the Squalid Queen. I actually don't remember this boss. It's been about 8 years since I last played. Might play for a day. Yeah. Oh, the Executioner's Chariot. This is the boss that you kill in like one hit, right? You like pull a lever and it dies. It's like a set piece boss. I think they would play for a week. They'd give it their best shot. They'd be like, I'm gonna give it a try, but then somebody would pull a lever on them and they die in the game. Also, I'm sorry if this is hard to read. I'm doing the best I can. I'm not a tier list maker, so. Ooh, the Flexile Sentry. 2 bodies. 2 arms. Part of him would get tired, so the other half would have to pick up the slack. I'm gonna say, would play non-stop. I think that's what we're going with here today. Oh, Fume Knight, on top of also being racist, he might play for a day. Like, he might give it his best shot. He's gonna be an asshole. He's gonna join the game thinking that it's like, this is the multiplayer game that I could fuck people over with. And instead, he realizes it's single player after a day, and he just gives up. What's that say? The gang squad? I think they're in the same boat as Fume Knight, I'm not gonna lie. Is that it? Oh, yeah, that's Havel. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. The Giant Lord. Says they might, but they never do. I don't think he actually has a PC that is big enough for this, so we're putting him there. Guardian Dragon. I think this is the guy in the cage, or he's just a random dragon. I think he's also a says they might, but they never do. The Ancient Dragon, you know, they're old, they're the boomers, you know, the silent generation. The Guardian Dragons are like the Zoomers. They've definitely heard about it, but it's like, they're too focused watching TikToks about it. You know, that's how they absorb it via that. King Vendrick also just learned about it. Honestly, this guy's so old, I don't even think he knows what's happening half the time. So, yeah. Oh, the Last Giant. This guy has seen it all. He's been there since launch day, and he's gonna put all that he can into every fiber of his being. Can you tell how easy it is to make videos like this? It's so easy. Oh, Looking Glass Knight. So fun fact, just to go on a tangent and actually put some content towards this, I think that this boss is really cool in concept, but sucks to fight. This is mechanically one of the coolest bosses, but I think that at the end result, like on paper it works, but end result, it is not cool. So he'd probably be playing for a week. The Lost Sinner. I think the Lost Sinner would give it a try, right? A good boss, definitely like an all-rounder. He would play, I think. Like not as non-stop as these top 4 here. Maybe a bit more than the Burnt Ivory King, if I'm being honest with you. Okay, so we have 2 more of the King's Pets. This is a crew, also animals, so they wouldn't play. We're actually gonna put the Dragon Rider up top because you could convince him, I think. Actually, I think I'm gonna shift these tiers around because just learning about it means you like don't know. So like this is you might maybe get them to play, potentially, I think. Oh, the Baneful Queen. I think she'd give it a try for a week. She'd be down to see some of the cute boys and then learn that there's like 5 total men in the game, maybe even less, and like put it down afterwards. Like it's a gacha Hoya game. There's a lot of women. So, Sashandra, the Queen of Tranglik. This is the final boss, right? I can't remember. I'm trying to remember. I don't think she's the final boss. Is she? I mean, if she is, I'll find out. She would tell you that she would play. She might play it for a day, but she's probably not going to play it, I think. She's too busy guarding that final room, or whatever room she's in. The Old Dragon Slayer. Okay, so we have the Dragon Rider who wouldn't play, but this guy is in early retirement, right? He is the Old Dragon Slayer. He's giving it his all. I think that he might play for, he would play for a week at the bare minimum. Maybe not, like he's teetering on might play for a day, but he's just looking for things to do in his early retirement. He wants to know, like, where is he gonna be in his life? And this is just like an in-between while he thinks about that. The Old Iron King. This guy is a demon. He's a gacha demon. Like literally, he would do everything in his power to continue to play this game. He would spend like a whale to get C6 for every character, or Mindscape 6, whatever it is. He'd be going all in. He'd want the feet on Grace. He'd want Grace feet picks. Oh, the Pursuer. Classic guy. I think that he wouldn't play. He's a little bit too focused showing up as a repeat boss. He just doesn't have the time to do it. He's heard about it, and you've like invited him a couple times, like to join him for like a parallel play session, but he just won't do it. He's just not interested. Ooh, the Royal Rat Authority, they won't play because they're rats, and they're too busy lurking. I like how I have it here. The Dragon Rider might play. The 3 animals are the closest to might play. And then the Pursuer is just the bottom right here. All right, the Royal Rat Vanguard. Okay, these guys are a little bit different, right? They're at a different level as compared to everybody else. I would say they might give it a shot for a day, even though they're rats. That's just, I think that's a pretty good logic, and it also fits within the confines of this video being a joke. Ruined Sentinels. These guys is a triplet. These guys would play. They wouldn't be like non-stop like the others would be. It's not quite a Flexile Sentry situation where one sleeps while the other plays, but they're definitely like rotating the same account. The Scorpion Lady, she would tell you that she would play. Like she would be the one that would come over and be like, hey, you want to Smash? And you'd be like, yeah, I want to play Smash with you. And then she would actually want to, have sex with you.
Video games!
And that's not what you want. You want her to play Zenless Zone 0, because you're not a filthy normie. Oh, the Slumbering Dragon. I actually don't remember this guy. He probably just learned about it too. Maybe, we'll put the Ancient Dragon lower than Vendrick for now. And we'll put the Slumbering Dragon up top. This guy? I don't know. This person, the Skeleton Lord. Oh, there are hundreds of them in this room. they're all simping for Grace's feet along with the old Iron King. I think the old Iron King would beat them out, I'm not gonna lie. All right, the normal Smelter Demon. This guy's on a different level because this guy's a bitch compared to the blue Smelter Demon. I think he would actually play it. I think he would actually play the game. Like, he doesn't have anything better to do with his life. He's sitting in a circular arena. He has nothing better going on for him. Yeah, I think this is a good spot for him. Oh, the Duke's Dare. Sorry. The Duke's Deer Freya. He's a spider. I think that she wouldn't play because she's too focused on guarding the Duke. But I think she's like behind the Dragon Rider, and that she might give it a try if the Duke played while he was still alive. Ooh, the Rotten. He's right up there with the old Iron King. I don't care what you say. This guy is filthy. He is stinky. He has not moved in days from his chair. Even though there's like a stamina system in the game and it eventually runs out, this guy has like spent so much money that he is level 60 at this point. That's how much he's grinded. All right, the Throne Watcher and the Throne Defender. They're also, I would think that they've like just learned about it because they have been sitting in front of that throne for a long time. Maybe a little bit more than Vendrick does. Not nearly as much as the Slumbering Dragon, though. That Slumbering Dragon may be sleepy, but he keeps up. He reads the news articles. He sees it on Twitter. Maybe. That's probably how he learned about it. The Twin Dragon Riders. I think they'd play. Maybe, yeah, a little bit less than the Smelter Demon would. Last on our list here, we have the Royal Aegis. I don't remember this guy at all. He'd probably play nonstop, though. All right, so there's my tier list, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. This is definitely the definitive tier list, and nobody else can contest this. However, if you want to, I'm going to put this into the description below, and you can make your own tier list. In case it isn't obvious, this is satire, because I think that lists like these are content farm bait. It's extremely easy to make these, and it takes no thought whatsoever. You can literally make up anything that you want and shell this out, and it is currently the meta, and it's so stupid. And it's specifically for the Souls series. Like, I've become less of a fan of Souls fans in recent years because they have that, like, I'm better than you mentality. So this is it's kind of like a clap back at them. But like, you can't disagree with me. Old Iron King, he would play nonstop. He'd be the whale. Anyways, this is just Irasu. I didn't do my intro normally because this is a joke video. If you like this type of video, though, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Leave a comment down below what you think about these types of content farms, as I'm calling them. Maybe it's not entirely accurate, but this is what I'm thinking. And yeah, like always, I will see you next time. Take care now.